Welcome to 20 Things Plus, where each week we catch up with somebody previously featured on the Times Union's 20 Things You Don't Know About Me. Today we're joined by Alyssa Caroprese. She is the morning meteorologist at CBS6 Albany, and she's on air each weekday alongside Julia Dunn, Jack Lamson, and Melissa Lee. Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, good to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. So we'll have you update us on 2 original things, share a few new things about you, and at the end we'll play a little game.
All right, sounds good.
So first, talk to us a little bit about your relationship and your boyfriend.
All right, so yes, I am in a new relationship. We've been dating for a year and a half, so I guess it's not, terribly new anymore, but compared to when I did my 20 things in the past, that was, a while ago now. I'm in a new relationship and very happy. It's been exciting.
So do you have any Valentine's plans? Valentine's is this weekend. I know it's a weird year for Valentine's, but what do you plan to do?
Yeah, I feel like right now the only thing you can do is go out to dinner. And we've been doing a lot of that, but that's the plan this weekend. We still haven't made a reservation, but we're hoping to get one. Maybe tonight we're going to call and do that. Hoping to go to an Italian restaurant this weekend, Saturday night.
Very fun. Okay. Now, originally we talked about what you were watching. I know you kind of had these 2 extremes. You were a Bravo fan and you never missed Dateline, which is like, talk about 2 ends of the spectrum. You're still into both of those shows and networks.
Yeah, in that regard, my life has not changed. I feel like with the pandemic, I'm watching more TV than I ever have. But I'm still obsessed with Bravo. I watch everything on Bravo, just about everything. And that's pretty religious. Every week I'm getting the new episode. And it's so bad that I'm even following like Bravo accounts on Instagram now.
What are you watching? Are you watching Real Housewives or something else?
Okay, so I watch all the housewife franchises. I watch Below Deck, Southern Charm. What else is there?
Well, isn't Andy Cohen's talk show on there?
Yeah, Watch What Happens Live. See, I don't really watch that.
Okay. Well, that's also on later. I mean, I guess you could watch it streaming, right? But I'm guessing you're not watching
Right.
TV late at night since you're on air at what? Is it 4:30 in the morning, right?
Yeah, our show starts at 4:30, so I'm usually in bed by 6 o'clock at night. So I just catch up on these shows, like during the day. I feel like because everyone's working during the day, I usually don't have too much going on during the week aside from errands. So I'm usually just streaming them to see what happened.
And do you have a favorite housewife?
Oh my gosh, I'm not good at favorites. See, I don't have many favorites. So I don't have a favorite housewife, but I think my favorite season or my favorite
cast,
like city, would be Salt Lake, which just started. They just launched that. And I thought it was like totally crazy from start to finish.
Well,
so I'm loving Salt Lake City.
I was going to say, you can't have a Real Housewife franchise without craziness. I feel like.
Yeah, I know. It comes with the territory.
All right, now we're going to talk about a few new things about you, starting with another one about the boyfriend. And this one is, you took on a big project during this pandemic. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we have been renovating a house since the fall. And we started outside since obviously it's still, like warm in the fall. And we were outside, just doing some landscaping stuff. We laid sod in the backyard. We basically built a fence and put in like a little floating deck and pergola. So we were very busy. But then obviously as it got colder, we moved inside. So we pretty much gutted the house and it's been a huge project. I'm still not living there yet, but my boyfriend did move in. I just told him that I can't be living there while there's construction because I just can't handle it.
Well, so you basically bought this fixer-upper and are redoing it from the ground up, right?
Yeah, so the downstairs, like new drywall went in and everything. We removed like 3 walls downstairs, so it was a huge project. The upstairs, it got new plumbing and new electrical and everything in the house. The upstairs, we didn't put new drywall in, but it required very, very heavy cleaning and also like painting of every square inch of the house. So the painting is still in process.
So how did you know how to do all this? Did you watch videos on YouTube? Did your boyfriend teach you, or was it just trial and error and, hey, I'm going to figure this out?
So some of the stuff he had people come in and do just because he works full time. So obviously it is a huge job in addition to working full time. It's tough to get that stuff done in like a timely manner. So some of it he had people come in and do, but he can do a lot of it himself. So, like the hardcore jobs he was taking care of. I'm just helping where I can. Like I did a lot of staining of the fence outside. Now I'm doing all of the painting inside, things that seem to take a while, the busy work.
Well, I know you have a great style eye, which actually leads us to the next one. So I feel like you should be helping design the house once it's all put together, be doing all kind of the interior design. Because I know you said if you had a different profession or you had another profession, it would be fashion influencer. And I want to talk to you about this because I love following you on Instagram. You post these wonderful outfits. No, I will say you post a lot of petite outfits. At 6 feet tall, I am not petite, but I still love seeing everything you put together. So talk to us a little bit about how you got into this and how you curate all your looks.
Oh, thank you so much. You know what? I think everybody is just kind of drawn to one thing. And for me, I just love clothes and putting, like nice outfits together. And I'm a huge believer in if you look good, then you feel good and you can kind of perform at your best. So that's something for me that I've always really strongly believed in. And I just really enjoy it. So I find that I'm always shopping online or looking for good deals. And that's my other thing. I do like affordable shopping, nothing crazy.
I was going to say, I see you do, Zara and H&M and stores that are really affordable. But the one thing I need to ask you about is you brought out the shacket this week.
Yes.
And I think the shacket is the craziest looking thing. And somehow you made it look good. And I had to scroll through all those pictures. And I thought she looks better in each picture than she does the one before in this fashion trend that I didn't think anybody could wear. What made you try it? And how do you make it work?
All right, so here's the thing. I do follow, obviously, fashion influencers, and a lot of the ones that I follow are over in Europe. So their style's slightly different from ours, and like the chunky boot trend, I feel like is not a huge thing here, but it is over in Europe. And I sometimes will take some of the things that they're into because I kind of like am drawn to them too. So that's kind of how I get some influence for some of my looks. But the shacket, I don't know, it's just a trend that I'm really into. And like I said in my 20 things, I'm always cold. So it's one more layer to help me stay warm. And I'm surprised because some people like know what it is and some people don't, but it's easy to obviously figure out what it is.
Right. It's a shirt jacket. And basically to me, it looks like an oversized, really heavy duty kind of flannel work shirt.
Right.
I found these ones that were fashionable. They kind of had a mix of fabrics and prints. They weren't giant on you. They were trim and fit. It just looked good. And I thought, wow, there's the shacket and there's somebody doing it well. So.
Oh my gosh. You know what's really funny? I was wearing the gray shacket this past weekend and the other one that I had in that post too. It's a green like faux leather one. Last year, I had my boyfriend try that one on because it was when the shacket first came out and he thought I was crazy. So that was my only shacket purchase from last year. And he tried it on and I thought, oh my God, it looks so good on you. It's just a little too small. And then this most recent weekend, he tried on the gray one I had and it also looked so good on him, just a little too short on like the arms. But yeah, I mean, the shacket, I think, is something that the men should consider at this point.
And like I said, I like that you show affordable trends because they are things that maybe will be in this year or this year and next, but then we won't be wearing anymore. So it's nice to kind of see that and see that you're curating from all different affordable online sites.
Yeah, that's definitely my thing. Just trying to, not spend carelessly.
And then the last one is you are involved in do you call it a sport, a fitness activity? That when you told me about this, I actually laughed because I thought it was so unexpected.
Really?
About that one.
All right, so I started learning how to box, and my girlfriend got me into this. One of my friends, she had been boxing for a little while because she worked in real estate, and she thought for safety reasons, she wanted to learn kind of how to defend herself. So she had been doing it for a little while, and I was like, I kind of want to do that too. So we started taking lessons together. With a trainer, and it's unfortunate because the gym we went to, it's called the G-Box in Clifton Park, it closed because of the pandemic, like closed permanently. So that's a bummer. But yeah, I mean, we full on like spar with each other. I mean, we're, like punching each other, and we wear headgear and a mouth guard and everything. So, having to wear a mask with all of that, I think would be kind of difficult. So we haven't been able to box during the pandemic. But yeah, we were taking lessons like pretty much every week for a while, and it was so fun.
Now, is boxing like wrestling where you compete against somebody in a weight class? Because I know you're very small. You talked about this before.
Right.
So are
Yeah,
you boxing people who are my size, or are you boxing people who are your size?
It's funny because our trainer told us you take advantage of your height. So for me, I go under a lot because I'm short.
Right.
And for my friend, she's taller than me, so she goes over a lot. So I go for like a lot of undercuts, and it's the opposite with her. So you just kind of use your height to your advantage when you're fighting somebody.
That's very cool, and I love that you've got all the gear and you're boxing.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much for joining us, and I want to say that people should follow you on Instagram, because even if they're not into the fashion you post, obviously you talk about the weather, which is your career, and you talk about your relationship, you show off your adorable, it's a golden doodle, right?
Yes, a mini golden doodle, Ollie.
Yes, you show off your dog, so it's a lot of fun to do. And then, of course, people can follow you on Twitter and Facebook, too. I follow you for the early morning weather updates because I'm up early and I'm thinking, all right, what is it like out there today? Now, at this point in 20 Things Plus, we play a little game where I'm going to give you 3 clues so you can try to guess who may be featured on Monday's 20 Things You Don't Know About Me. So that would mean we've never featured them before. Not that you would remember them all, I'm just saying that. And viewers and listeners can also guess by tweeting at Times Union, or tweeting me at Just Kristi, or commenting on this video on the Times Union's YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. So 3 clues, and you can take a guess. All right. I've never had a drop of alcohol of any kind, nor have I smoked anything in my life. Most people find this hard to believe, being that I now own successful restaurants and bars.
Huh.
Okay, so that narrows it down. I'm Haitian. So now we've narrowed it down even further. And the last one is, I love wearing suits with sneakers. And I chose this one for you because he's definitely a fashion icon in the capital region. And we've even written about his fashion before. He posts on social media his suits. He's almost always in a suit. And he's very well known in Troy, but also in Albany.
Oh, no. I don't know if I know who this is, but I need to start following him.
He's a lot of fun. He's very interesting. He's doing wonderful things for both Albany and Troy. And you and everyone else can find out who it is at 7 a.m. Monday on timesunion.com.
Oh, bummer. I don't know who it is, but I definitely am going to be watching to find out.
He's got a great sense of style, and he's doing great things. He's got a great personality. All right. Thank you again, Alyssa. I appreciate you joining us.
Thanks so much. It was fun.